That's also, that's pretty ideal right there. That's definitely what you want to see. Hey everyone, it's pretty quiet on the lambing front right now. Still waiting for the second group to start, and they're not in the barn yet. Did have one lamb yesterday. I think it's crossed with a goat. And it does not look like a pure Rito lamb, if I'm being honest with you, but we love you all the same. That was a bit of a whoops from a fence crawler. That's a ewe lamb that should not have been bred. These things happen. February group's just chilling. I did have one prolapse in here a couple days ago. I called the vet, but she didn't make it, which is too bad. But if something went wrong with labor early, that's an indication that they're a couple days away. Usually have the early ones having issues. I'm gonna go get a 2x10 or 2x12 to close that gap in. The wind's getting under there too much for the lambs. But they look pretty happy. It's good to see. It's nice that it's frozen now. This is pretty much the perfect temperature. It's about -5 or 6. It's not snowing, things are frozen, it's not muddy. Bedding stays a little fresher that way. There's no wind, they're spread out in the barn. They're in good shape. We got some lambs that are growing fast. Might have to get a little bit higher quality creep feed on them sooner than I thought. I'm liking what I'm seeing. This has been a really good group so far. Hey, Oreo. I don't have problems with these feed bunks. I do really like them. Where they join together here, there's a bit of a space right here. And sometimes the sheep will stick their head in there and get stuck. Honestly, it doesn't happen very often, except for this one. One sheep. Every time, every year, almost every week. It's the exact same sheep. 180 every time. These are the parts of sheep farming that will drive you insane, because it is only her. The other ones have figured out not to stick their head in there, or at least they know how to get out. And she's not even that stuck. I just have to give her a quick pull and she's fine. But some of the lambs figure out when there's a ewe that's stuck like that, she can't stop them from sucking, so they have a free milk bag for the day. Got some very hungry orphan lambs. They're looking for some breakfast. To go get a load of barley from another farm. My bins are empty, and as I'm driving my truck down the road, I see a mouse in it. So hey Timmy, I have a crew of socialist cats. When I need them, they don't really show up. So I'm gonna have to get some traps in here for sure. Old grain truck, it's tough to keep mice out of. I'm gonna get this auger in position, get it unloaded. Timmy got the mouse, that's good. I hammer mill my barley, fairly a controversial topic, but I find it helps reduce sorting in the TMR. Based on starch tests and manure, the digestibility of it is better. If I wasn't feeding TMR, there's no way I would do it. So I put everything in the bulk bin, that's whole barley, then I will run it through my mill and put it in the small bin where the auger is. This truck used to be used for hauling cattle. Bought it at an estate sale, so it sat inside for years, but it hadn't been used in like 20 years. It had all kinds of problems with it, but we've gone through it and rebuilt a lot of it. The only problem is the box is 18 feet long, and I don't know why they built it this way, but the way the hinge point is, if you hoist it all the way up, it sits on the ground, so there's not much clearance for unloading into augers. So a project coming up, so we're going to shorten it all up, and then I'm going to weld metal supports on the side, make it good and sturdy for hauling silage in the summer. So I'm just spreading some round bale straw in here. It makes it thicker so that manure builds up faster, and it is nicer straw than using small squares. So with nothing in here, I'm just gonna spread a nice layer of that to give it a nice base. I also went through and lifted up all the panels, dividing all the jugs just to get them out of the manure. Reset all the panels on both sides so everything's bedded. All the jugs are ready, they're fresh and clean. I'm gonna wait for the sun to go down, and then I'll put some sheep in here and we will be ready for round 2.
Suddenly it occurred to me,
So it's dark now. I like to put sheep in the barn when the sun's gone down. Find with a well-lit building, they just walk right in. So we're gonna see if that actually rings true and they're gonna just walk right in. Joy's not here today, so I'm doing this by myself. Hopefully it goes smooth. Well, it's definitely time to put them in the barn. There's a lamb just born. So I timed it right at the very least. Come on, girls. Come on, sheep. I only want a third of them to go out, so I want to put them in the other one side of the barn. See what happens here. Come on, guys. Come on. So I got the first half in here. I think I got a system figured out now. Got this tripod light here. They can at least see the gate and have an idea where they're going. Seems to make a difference. Got the first third done. Hopefully the second third goes smoothly. Got a couple tricks up my sleeve here. And these sheep, for the most part, know what they're doing. There's still a couple young ones in here that make it a little bit more difficult, but... Come, sheep. Excuse me. I'm gonna turn this light around so we can at least see what's happening here now. And there goes one. Welcome to sheep, folks. Forget everything, we'll restart it all. And there they go. Oh, those poor lambs had a hard start to life here, but do a quick scan and make sure I don't have anything else hanging out. Looks like we're clear. Okay, girls, enough with the snacking, let's get packing. There we go. Follow your friends. Yeah, I know you had babies and I know you're stressed out, but I promise you we'll be with them soon. Okay? This is what you want. It looks like they're working on coming in themselves. That's what we like to see. Now I've got some traffic established here. Just gotta get those ones convinced to turn around. Oh, yep, they definitely knocked the gate over. That's good. That's also, that's pretty ideal right there. That's definitely what you want to see. Keeps everything nice and calm. These little guys are cold. You're lucky it's not -20, buddy. We'll help you out here. All right, let's get your brother and your mother. Just doing a check in the pen to see. They're pretty small, but I don't think there's any more. I've checked a few times already. She seems very concerned about them, so that's good. Come on, Mom. You know where you're going. Don't leave gates open. Don't need to practice moving all the sheep in again. There you go. All yours. Come back here. She can't see them. There we go. Now she's happy. I can calm down. Well, we had one sheep run away with a bucket attached to its neck and got every single lamb in the other pen out of their sleep and all stirred up and all excited, and they're not gonna calm down for a couple hours. We got everything in the barn, minimal casualties. We got the ones that lambed outside in the barn. I'm gonna call it a successful start to group number 2. The sheep have been in here for about 20 minutes and I can already feel it getting really stuffy in here. The temperature's gone up 3 degrees since they've been in here. So I'm gonna turn the fan up. This is my variable speed control. I'm gonna put it up to about there. And you'll notice it is nice and quiet in here for now. The sheep have settled in. They're very happy for a new environment. But give it about 20 minutes and they'll be freaking out that the water's not wet enough or something. But I'm really pleased with what I'm seeing walking in here. I mean, I've been keeping an eye on these girls. They're starting to really bag up, and there's nice depth to them. I think there's some carrying quite a few babies. There's a bit of variability in the bag, which is nice to see because in the last group, they all bagged up all at once, all lambed all at once. These ones, we have a bit of different stages, so I'm hoping in the next month it can kind of be smooth and steady. We had some weather events in the summer when these guys were bred, so I kind of expected to have the unexpected. We had a wicked rainstorm 2 days after I turned the rams in, and that kind of can just screw some things up. And if it gets super hot or if it's windy or anything, you can have challenges. I don't use teaser rams, I don't use cedars, and I still am technically out of season breeding, so I'm just lucky that they catch. By the looks of things, they're looking pretty good. So I'm not complaining at all. We should be in for a good second group. So these are the guys that were born outside. When lambs are outside, I'll stick my finger in their mouth just to see if there's warmth. That tells you kind of how they're doing. These guys are fine. And mom has really calmed down as she gets up. I'm just gonna give them some colostrum here. And I'll check her milk, make sure that she's good. She's a really good mother so far. Try Try and set that colostrum to the side in a perfect spot for the sheep to knock it over and make a huge mess. And that way you can walk back all the way to the house and make another batch. Yeah, this guy's nice and warm. He's good. He was doing okay. It's his brother that I'm a little bit concerned about. Not looking quite as lively, but I think we'll give him 2 shots. Some more. Hey, excuse me, we're filming here. It's not very nice. Hey. See, she's not looking at me. So that's when you reach over and grab her. And one's good. I think she's on to me here. Nope, 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 nope. Didn't like that. Okay. Buddy, I want to give you one more shot. It's okay. Hey, that's my camera. You can't touch that. Excuse me. Okay, thank you for contributing to the footage. All right, buddy. Good luck. I have to apologize, I didn't video the sheep going into the barn for the last time, but if I kept holding my camera, I was gonna throw it at the sheep. There's a few things I did tonight that definitely could have made my life easier. First one was trying to put all the sheep in the barn by myself. If you have someone leading sheep in and then someone following, it's pretty seamless. And it's like 10 o'clock at night and I didn't feel like bothering anybody. The other challenge was I didn't have them all as one. So we had some in the barn, some out of the barn. And if you open the gate, then the ones in the barn want to come out and the ones out of the barn want to come in. And that makes it just so much fun. And then of course one got her head stuck in the bucket. I'll get better at filming things like that, but they're all in, went as smooth as it could, and I'm gonna go have a good night's sleep, so we'll see you guys later.